Hello, Internet, and welcome back to Antiheroes Anonymous, or welcome for the first time. If it's your first time joining us, I'm Ethan, and I'm the Dungeon Master for this 5th edition
Dungeons and Dragons show!
I'll do some announcements and a recap, but before I dive into those, we'll do a quick round of player introductions. Nick, do you want to go ahead and start those off?
Sure. Hi, I'm Nick. I play Embers of White Ash, the Tabaxi Sunsoul Monk.
Hi, I'm Kay, and I play Lady Elwyn Amelos, who is an elvish Circle of the Land druid.
Hello, I'm Melissa, and I play
Tuppence Whitaker, who is a really badass pixie bard. Wow, that was powerful. Hi, I'm Zach, and I play Vert, the Changeling Armor Artificer.
Thank you, everyone. It cracked me up, Melissa.
She's up.
And then like unexpected Tuppence, little, small, dainty, and then it's just...
I mean, have you seen her arm wrestle?
Yeah, it's true.
Exactly.
That's her. That's the voice of her spirit.
Yeah.
Barbarian.
Barbarian. Exactly.
Anyways, we premiere our episodes on YouTube every Monday at 7 p.m. Pacific time, except we will be missing next week. So no episode then. Sorry about that. Throughout the show, we use a variety of custom items, custom monsters, custom lineages, so be aware of that as you're watching. The character portraits and other art, such as the map for Greymantle Penitentiary, were drawn by various artists. So if you like anything that you're seeing on the screen, go ahead and check the description for information about those artists and go ahead and support them. If you need a refresher on anything that's going on in the campaign, we have a campaign wiki at World Anvil, which is a good way to get caught up. Other than that, you can check the video description for links and information to things I just mentioned, as well as some links to some Black Lives Matter and Stop Asian Hate resources. You can also follow us on co-host at Antiheroes to get information about what we're doing and when. And other than that, we just hope you enjoy the show, share with your friends, and come back to watch some more. So with all of that said, let's cue the intro video. And welcome back. Previously, on Antiheroes Anonymous, the Silver Seekers have infiltrated Oh, good start, Ethan. The Silver Seekers have infiltrated Greymantle Penitentiary on a mission to free Basil Oranglass, Bert's father and the deposed King of Vagma. On the plus side, they now have the keys they need and the confirmed knowledge of where Basil is being held. However, the prison is now on its maximum alert setting, and that is a result of Tuppence being spotted trying to free Adrex Estir, the Silvered Seneschal. Though to be fair, Embers and Vert kind of tipped the prison off a little earlier too, so it's not all on Tuppence.
And I wrote that in there.
Did you? Oh.
I didn't.
Oh yeah, you did.
I didn't let it off the hook.
Worse still, the Dragon Ignis knows that Vert and Embers are not who they claim to be. There you go. If the plan can still be salvaged, the group will have to act as fast as they can to disable the prison defenses and escape with their quarry before things spiral out of control. There we go. Good job reading, Ethan. So we are going to pick up where we left off last week, which I will remind everyone, Embers, Elwyn, and Vert had managed to sneak down into the lower level of the penitentiary where the high security prisoners are kept. After having stolen the necessary keystones to get through all of the high security doors down there. Meanwhile, Tuppence was sowing chaos up on the upper floor of the prison by distributing mystery keys. Why is the music being choppy?
Just probably my connection. Don't worry about it.
Okay, hopefully. I just remember last time it was choppy on the thing too, but
I know.
yeah, hopefully it's not. Okay. Anyways, Tuppence was sowing chaos by distributing mystery keys and using the keys acquired by Vert and Embers in their role as prison guards to free a few of the prisoners. But we left off with Tuppence being noticed and one of the guards calling out to you as you were standing inside the anti-magic barrier of Adrix's cell. Adrix's hesitation seemingly cost you your moment to leave quickly unseen. So we will pick up with Tuppence, I think, to start things off. There's one guard coming towards you, and you can see other guards within shouting distance. What would you like to do?
She darts into Edrix's pocket.
Okay, yeah, just dart into Adrix's robe. He kind of freaks out a little bit, because you had just told him the plan was to break him out, and he was kind of feeling resistance and fear about that. And you dart into the pockets of his prisoner robe, and he just kind of whispers, "Oh, is this still part of the plan? What should I do?"
Okay, my friends are working on it. Just chill, okay? I'm not here. I'm not here. I'm not here.
I think that they saw you, though.
Yeah, but who's expecting a pixie? Really? Come on. Ask him if they've been drinking or something. Fake it.
Last Crusader.
Yeah. Cool. We're last
You reply, "Yeah," to someone else. So keep them pigeon. Adrix seems a little bit overwhelmed, but this guard comes up and kind of stands in front of the cell wall and is kind of looking through. And I'm going to make a perception check. Can you also make a stealth check?
Oh no. Oh no.
Wait, do you have inspiration? Maybe you should take inspiration.
You can have it to start.
Yeah.
For starting the session with a scream.
Yeah. That's
You have
right,
inspiration.
that's right. That scream of inspiration.
Oh
No.
no. Hell.
It helped a little
Can I give myself bardic inspiration?
If you want to sing a song in this moment.
No,
But I don't know how that would help with your stealth
Okay,
check.
so it's 11.
11? Okay.
Also, when you use inspiration, you have to pick who to give it to. Next. In this moment.
Okay, in this moment. Okay. I'm gonna give it to Embers.
bit. Thank you.
The thing you've miscalculated for is the fact that all of your allies had built into their robes and outfits custom places for Tuppence to hide. The prisoner robes, by design, are meant to, make it so it's hard to hide things like weapons and things like that.
Or people.
Or small people.
Small people. Tiny people.
So the guard walks up to the cell and says, "Hey, you there! I can see you hiding in his robes! Get out here! What are you doing? Who are you?"
Okay, so it's just the one guard.
For now.
Okay. So I'm going to use my mantle. I have to leave the cell first. So go stand right, fly right in his face.
You can see the guard, as you come, you can't really fly. You have to step because
Yeah, that's
you're
right, that's
subject to the Earthbind spell right now. As you kind of come out from inside the clothes and make your way to the edge of the cell, the guard has a hand on the hilt of a sword, but lets you kind of approach the bar and is giving you a squinting look. What even are you?
Good question.
I'm helping the Worthless Crusader.
The eyes go wide at the mention of the Wormblessed Crusader.
He's everywhere, you know?
We've been hearing rumors about this Wormblessed Crusader, and if you're an ally of one of this creature, this being, then I'm going to need you to come with me to my boss and answer some questions.
You think so, right? But no.
Can you make an acrobatics check as this guard reaches into the cell to try and grab you?
Come on. My acrobatics.
Or athletics also, if you want to use athletics, either one. Your choice.
Acrobatics is better 15.
You dance back out of the way of this guard's reach. I rolled a 4. But then the guard reaches to his back and pulls out a crossbow and trains it on you.
You really don't want to do that. Do you know what happens when you fire on me?
He says, I think we're about to find out.
The Wormbless Crusader is right behind you! He's coming!
Okay, he kind of leaps and turns around, like, to see. So you have, like, a brief instant while the guard turns around at the mention of the Wormbless Crusader. But then I'm going to need you to roll initiative as we kind of decide what happens here in this moment.
Oh my gosh.
Okay, so now that I'm in the hallway, will any of the spells work? Or am I still bound by that magic?
You're still... There.
Oh. I'm not there.
Yep.
I just had a great idea though.
All right, how did Tuppence roll?
Galaxy.
21.
Oh, good.
The lesson.
So
The sound stopped coming through altogether.
Oh my gosh.
I'll put it in the DM's chat.
Okay.
Did we stop getting sound? Or is it just quiet?
it's just my computer. Looks like it might just be quiet. It's coming through on the stream.
Okay, well that's good. Okay. Tuppence, you managed to get the drop on this person. And I can tell you, as you look into the guard's eyes, there's fear. This guard has the frightened condition at the moment. What do you want to do?
I'm going to step out of the cell right next to him. So now my spell should work, right?
I don't know what you're casting. So.
Okay, alright. So I want to cast the Mantle of Majesty command.
Mantle of Majesty. Oh, that's right. This is the one where you get to cast command as a bonus action, right?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, what's your command?
Yield.
And then, what is the saving throw for that?
It is a Wisdom DC 16.
That's a failure.
Yeah!
6 plus 0. Okay, what would the effect of yield as a command be? That's not one of the listed options, is it?
I don't know if
I
it
don't know.
is or not.
Means he doesn't have the right of way.
That's why I was asking you if I could make up words.
Yeah, you can make up words. It just has to be one word.
Yeah.
But there is a set of... no, it's not in the set of preset commands. So I have to think about what yield would mean for this spell. Which is why I was asking.
Which is what I was hoping for, was him to yield to me and give me his weapon.
Yeah, I will say that this basically, when the guard's turn comes around, which is next, because no one else is in initiative yet. When the guard's turn comes around, he basically takes off his sword and puts the crossbow on the ground and kind of kicks them across the ground to your feet.
Okay.
And then just kind of ends his turn shaking his head and feeling at his temples why did I just do that? So that's the guard's turn. Your turn comes back around.
Okay, so I'm going to tie him up with rope. And I still have the key to get into the cell?
Mhm.
Okay, so...
Well, let's figure out the tying him up with rope because you're small,
okay.
so you gotta be quick.
Yeah.
I need a sleight of hand check.
Okay, this one's good. A natural 20.
Oh, snap. Okay.
Yeah.
So that means you dart around this guard just as quick as you can. And tie these knots with a flourish. He's got a big bow on the front.
Incredible.
What time for a natural 20? And then what did you want to do with the
I want
rest?
to put him in the cell
Okay. Yeah,
with Adrix's help. Help me!
you got a natural 20, so we can definitely say you did it fast enough to do this other thing. However, I do need an athletics check because this guy is much bigger than you.
That's why I was like, Adrix, help me!
Adrix willing to help?
Roll. Are you proficient with intimidation?
Half.
Okay, then just roll an intimidation check.
Okay.
This is not necessary. Are you kidding me? Oh, okay. So this intimidation check wasn't to like frighten anyone. I was just looking at like how impressive this is to Tuppence, or of Tuppence, from like Adrix's perspective, and you look back at Adrix, and his eyes are wide, and like he's
Just so.
Adrix has stood up. And Adrix is like an older dragonborn, kind of creaky, and like normally walks with a cane, but Adrix is just standing fully, like wide-eyed, looking at you. You don't know when he leapt to his feet, and he just goes, "Well, that was impressive," and comes to help you drag this person into the cell.
Dungeons and Dragons.
Oh, great. Keep rolling that dice. Don't stop rolling that dice.
The one thing I will say, though, is you look up from where you are at Adrix's cell, and you can see that you think one of the archers on the tower in the center of this area might have spotted you. But whether you're not necessarily sure. It looks like maybe.
If Adrix is willing to step out of the cell, you can do your plan now.
Yeah.
The one thing, well, actually, I guess I can confirm that the archer spots you because I realized the guard still gets a turn when their turn comes around. And the guard, though well tied up, does not have a gag. So the guard does shout, "Hey! Help! Prisoners on the loose!" And you're sure now that one of the archers has trained down onto you. But, fortunately, the way initiative worked out, the archer's turn is after yours. So you have one more turn to try and do something.
Okay. So can I see the archer? There's no windows, right? But he's up.
It's, yeah.
Oh,
it's
there, right there.
This
I
person
see.
right here on the corner
That
of the
one right
tower.
there. Okay.
I will put the guard in there and pull Adrix out. And I assume you turned the key in.
Yeah.
Locked him in there.
Locked him in there. Okay, so my turn comes around, and I'm going to I guess I have to do this in turn. I'm gonna shove a potion down his throat to make him small, and I guess how long it lasts is a 1d8.
Is this one of the super tiny potions?
Potion of minute. Well, it's a shrinking potion.
Okay, but it's not like the one that makes someone tiny. It's the one
It's
that
not
just
the one that we have.
Okay.
That I have.
goes down
my
by one
inventory.
size. I see.
Oh,
Yeah.
only one size.
That's
Well-
enough, though, right?
Yeah, one
Okay.
size is enough.
Yeah, that's okay.
Okay, you can hand the potion to Adrix, or do you want to spend your action pouring it? Adrix's throat.
You can hold an action.
Yeah, I'll hand it to him to see if he drinks it. Hold an action to force him if he won't.
No,
Okay.
hold an action to do whatever you need to do after he drinks it.
Oh, okay. Yeah, okay.
Because that can be the trigger.
Yeah,
I mean, he's out of the cell now, and
That's
it's
right.
close. So I feel like he's going to comply,
that's right.
right? So,
This is part of the plan. Drink this. Hurry.
It's just a question of initiative order. Adrix takes the potion and looks like he's preparing to drink it. But the archer at the top of the tower draws the bowstring.
Do you have bonus action?
So that giving him it. The other one is a bonus action. That's why I get confused. The other campaign is a
So
bonus
if
action.
it's a
Oh,
bonus to drink yourself, but an
But it's
action to give to
make someone
someone
Right.
else get it. Yeah.
But if you're just handing it to him, that's really no
It's a
action.
free action. So
Yeah.
you still have a bonus action.
Okay,
So you still got mantle, I think.
Oh yeah, command is a bonus
Mhm.
action.
Yeah.
Oh
Shout out
yeah,
to the guard.
that's
It's a
right.
good question
That's
about
right.
the range, though. Let's see. 60 feet. Yeah, I mean, this cell is one of the higher up cells.
That's
I'd
right,
say
I
you're
forget
within
that's
range
the
of the
bonus
archer.
action. And we did say we could put it on someone else.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, I'm gonna tell him sleep.
Okay, for 6 seconds. Take a little nap. It's a wisdom save.
Yep.
I rolled a 3. Tuppence, one woman army.
Chaos!
That archer slumps down to the battlements.
Okay.
We gotta hurry.
Okay. Adrix's turn. There's one more thing in between Adrix's turn, which is that this guard comes around the corner. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Can't reach you, but will pull out the crossbow and fire one shot at Tuppence. It's gonna be another miss. That's 10 to hit. So a crossbow pings over your head, but then Adrix's turn comes around, and he drinks the potion.
Okay.
And Adrix shrinks down to child dragonborn sized.
Okay. So, is it my turn after his? then?
Well, your held action. Right?
Yeah, your held action.
Well, couldn't do another spell though, because you did
I don't know what
command, but
Command is
command was
was
part
of
active.
the
It was active.
Oh, yeah.
Well,
still have to cast it.
I suppose. Yeah.
So
But
if you
fortunately,
But
it
it's not a
doesn't
spell
really
level spell.
It is. It's legal.
it doesn't really matter though, because Tuppence's turn comes around before anyone else acts.
Right.
Okay.
Okay.
So, which is now?
Yes.
Okay. So I'm going to cast invisibility at. Okay. Second level or above, I get another person, right?
Mhm.
But it's a second level spell. You need to cast it.
At third. Okay, that's the issue. So I'll cast it at third level. Turn us invisible, and we'll go around the corners where they can't see us.
Okay.
Delicious.
I will. We can stop thinking about initiative for the moment. This guard finishes running up to the area and is going to try and look for you. I need both you and Adrix to make stealth checks.
At advantage.
Yep.
I'm trying to. Oh, it doesn't. Okay, I'll mark that after. Okay. So stealth checks.
Switch this music, even though we can't hear the music.
That was bizarre. Okay. It's 15.
15. Okay.
And a bad stealth.
Adrix rolled a 12. You get around the corner and kind of make your way around the next corner, walking past these other cells, and you see that from a couple of the cells that you threw keys into, a couple of the prisoners start coming out. And some of them are brandishing like not really like actual weapons, but they look like they've broken off like the part of a bed leg or something like that to turn into like a makeshift club. And so these prisoners start running for the guards. And so you think one of the guards might have like heard where Adrix was headed, but that guard is quickly distracted by the fact that there are other prisoners on the loose that they can see.
Okay, to be clear, the weapons that I took from the guard, I handed to Adrix, so he's weaponized now. I don't think I said that at the time.
Adrix would have looked at them and basically said, I don't know what to do with these.
Well, just keep them from the other guards for now. Just hold them.
Okay. Adrix just basically has a handful of weapons, but does not know what to do with them.
Do we know if can Adrix like cast spells or anything, or is he just like a noble?
You don't know.
Like person? We've never seen him. I'm just trying to.
We've met them before, but it was
Yeah.
in their capacity as a librarian.
Right. And I'm like, did we ever see them cast anything? Are they a spellcaster?
You don't know.
Okay.
Okay, so before we cut back to the other party, I just need to know what's the plan with Tuppence. How are you going to? Are you planning to sneak down there to them?
Yes.
Okay. And how are you planning on getting there? Because there's two ways, as far as you know.
I'm gonna try to tell Adrix to be as quiet as possible. And do I know which way would be less guards?
Well, one way, which you've seen before, would be to go through the warden's office. There's no telling what might be in that direction. The other way would be to go through the room that the dragon is usually in, like the dragon hold area. If the dragon's not there, it will probably be less guarded. Or sorry, if the dragon... Yes, if the dragon's not there, then that room is probably your safest bet. But
Yeah.
if the dragon's there,
Okay, so
then
we'll
you'll
go.
be in danger.
We'll go that way, and I'll have to surreptitiously see if it's there. We'll go
Okay.
that way.
The two of you sneak around that direction, and Adrix does make some noise, but fortunately the prison itself is doing some cover for you with that loud alarm sound. I do just need to check one thing. High alert description. Interesting. Okay. Interesting. You sneak off in the direction of the dragon hold, and you kind of poke your head around a corner when you start to get close, and you see an officer there who's standing guard at one of the portcullises. And you think that the officer caught a glimpse of you poking around the corner and kind of looks in that direction.
Even though we're invisible?
Mhm.
Oh no.
You've been sneaking past all of the normal guards, but you think that this officer caught a glimpse of you. And we'll say that this is the officer standing in front of basically the door into Ignis's chamber.
Is my command still active?
You can use it, you break invisibility.
That's true. I do that. Okay. Well, let's turn around and go the other way then.
Okay, so you turn around and head over towards Urias Greymantle's office. You sneak past another number of the regular guards who are all mobilizing at this point because there's the loud blah, blah, blah alarm going off in the prison. So there's guards running this way and that. When you get to the front of Urias Greymantle's office, you can see that there are two guards posted basically directly in front of the door.
Okay, so does it break invisibility if I do a cantrip?
Yeah.
Or do
So-
a craft too?
Also, you would know, since you've been down there, how everything connects, and that if you go down that way, you're going to be blocked by the key card doors,
Yeah.
This is true.
right?
Yeah,
Oh,
we
man.
went down.
And
the
you know where
entrances.
exactly, you know where we went, and you know that, right? So
Okay. Oh man. Lesser of two evils. Okay, so how am I gonna get rid of that other officer then? Okay.
Well, if you, yeah, I won't say anything.
He can see me, so it won't do any good to do anything else. I can't use my sending, can't do anything, or else it'll break. But I can fire a weapon, right?
no.
Anything breaks
Any
it.
attack, any magic.
But if there's an item that you can use to distract them,
You could throw a rock.
yeah, stuff like that. That's not considered
Okay.
an attack.
Let me see what I have in my inventory.
Okay. For the
But
moment,
he's
we can give Tuppence a little break, and we can cut back to everyone else.
Question: For us.
Yes.
So the anti-magic, or the floor kind of hummed with magic energy, right? Was that everywhere in the prison?
Yes.
Okay. Yeah. So, do we know what we're affected by? Like, I know that I can't fly right now, even though I normally could.
No, you can fly right now.
Oh, that was the winds and stuff, right? The weather effects?
It was an effect specifically in the central area.
Oh,
of the
okay,
prison
that was a specific...
That is, like, open to the air.
So flying is okay.
Yep.
Okay.
But there were a bunch of like runes and stuff that are glowing on the floor now.
Mhm.
So I don't know what those are doing.
Okay.
Can I recognize any of the runes with my history?
It would be more of an Arcana check,
Right.
but I will give you advantage.
Okay.
While you're doing that, I want to do something too.
Okay.
Unless it's really important you do your thing first.
Jesus. That was rude.
Well, I don't know what you're trying to do.
I just wanted to know if I could gather some information about the runes that I can't tell you because I'm a rat.
Okay. You are a rat, aren't you?
It's only a 12.
A 12? Yeah, it's not like these runes are language or anything like that. You do think that they, at least some of them, are giant in origin. It's hard to discern what the effect might be, but I will say you don't think that anything they're doing is currently affecting you.
Okay.
Or your group down here.
Bert, what was it you wanted to do?
So, how big is the pit I can make with that patch?
Oh, I think it's like 10 feet?
And
Let me look it up.
it's only 10 feet, huh? Okay. And then the door is large. Is it also 10?
So the pit is a cube 10 feet on a side,
Okay.
and then the door is up to 10 feet wide and 10 feet high.
Okay. So, alright. Well, then we have to get through the first door, and then I was going to put down a pit and make a door.
We have to. What do you mean we have to get through?
Get through the green gate. If we're going that
We
way.
have those. We have the keystones.
I know, I'm just saying we open that,
Yeah,
walk through,
let's see if these work.
if what works.
The keystones.
Okay, let's try it.
Okay. You take your green keystone, your red keystone, touch them to the gem panels in close proximity to each other, and the barrier drops.
Amber's just says like, move. We gotta get through quick.
Okay.
Here we go.
Oops.
And somebody else, me, please.
Yeah, I also need some movement assistance. And then we are going...
Down.
Oh, is it down?
Yeah, it's southwest.
Southwest corner.
I see.
Although I don't know where the magic
It's the
is
southwest.
also to the southwest. So yeah, let's go.
Both of our destinations?
Both of our destinations.
Great. Okay. And is there only one way to get there? Or are there multiple ways to get
We
there?
could go. I mean, there's a long way and a short way.
Okay.
Why-
Assuming
why-
you want to go the short way, it's pretty simple. It's just basically
I mean, we don't have time. We got a beeline for it.
down the hallway and around the corner,
Okay.
and then there's that
Yeah.
yellow door
That's
right
fine.
there.
Let's do that.
There's one thing I want to suggest to the other two, particularly to Bert. And I think I'm just to say, all right, these automatons, they're key to come when a guard asks for help. Do you want to ask for help now? It doesn't know that there's a prison break happening. It doesn't know that we're not who we are. We might be able to just have them work for us.
Is there some kind of check I can make to see if there's any hole in that plan? I like that idea.
Well, the
but,
first thing I would like the group of you to make.
See if I can find a hole in that.
I just
Jesus
I don't want it to
Christ, Zach.
backfire.
Yeah.
Use your brain.
Yeah,
I-
yeah.
I remember
Any one of
all the
you?
details.
Could any one of you please also make a perception check? We'll start with that.
Probably. Good. Well, your perception's probably higher than mine.
Yeah.
Mine's good, but not bad.
17.
17. The hole in that plan that you notice with your perception is as you kind of strain your ears to listen over the blah, blah, blah alarm that is going off right now. You can hear the whirring and sound of mechanical footsteps, as it seems to your ear as if the automatons are already activating.
So does that mean that we can't command them?
I don't know.
Unknown.
So yeah, then I'll just squeak and shake my little rat head at you.
Okay,
Yeah, go. Alright, the other door.
let's go. So we'll just keep going down the path and opening the door.
Okay. You once again produce the green gem and the red gem, tap them to the crystal panel, and the yellow barrier vanishes, allowing you into that short hallway. And you're faced by what is basically a heavy wooden and metal banded door, which appears to be locked.
So when I rifled through... Well, I guess I didn't rifle through her stuff. Never mind. It's like, how do I get these guys? Just kidding. Could we just make a door beside this door?
Just put one of your patches on it? Yeah, you could try that.
Is that worth a shot, or we have a way to break this down, or whatever?
Do you want to try... There's another non-magical door I think we're going to have to go through.
Okay.
And I don't know if we want to save the door for that, or if we want to do it here.
So what kind? You said it's a...
Like a wooden and metal banded door.
I mean, you're pretty good at locking quick.
I am.
Is there space under the door that a rat could squeeze through?
No. Not in this
Worth a
case.
shot.
Is there-
Remember?
Oh,
Is there a lock that can
no,
be
you can
picked?
get back
Yeah.
past the yellow
Mhm.
gate.
Okay, I would like to try to pick the lock.
Okay.
I'll try and help you.
Can I have a thieves' tools check then?
Yes.
Is this statue in the corner just decorative, or is it? Should I go check that out while they're busy?
It is a decorative statue of like a dwarven warrior, and it does have like what looks like lava or some sort of other superheated material kind of flowing through it and providing light from it, but it does look decorative.
Okay.
So that's
That thing's not like pulsing angrily, is it?
a... Peaceful's 22.
Okay. You spend a minute kind of listening at the door, checking for those little clicks that you need to hear, and click. You feel the lock give way.
Okay.
Nice.
Check for traps.
That'd be an investigation check.
Who's good at investigation?
I'm a rat.
I got a +3. Yours are probably higher than mine.
Mine is +3 as well.
+4. Okay. Yep, I got a
Can
check
help
for
you.
trap. Okay.
As
Half
a
the
rat.
time I wish the audience could see Ethan because his
Needed the help.
descriptions and his
Roll
Yeah,
natural
I
one.
do a lot of things with my hands, don't
yeah.
Dirty 20.
Very good.
I? As far as you can tell, there's no traps here.
Okay, then throw the door open.
Inside, you see a chamber with kind of metal-plated floors and metal walls. There is piping and tubing that goes kind of all over the right half of the room, and all of that leads to and from a vat that bubbles with that acid, which you saw filling the canals out in the main high-security prison area. And then the left half of the room is taken up with what looks to, Vert's trained technical eye to be some kind of like power generator. It looks like it probably is powered on like coal or steam or some combination thereof to generate electrical power. And then directly in front of you, there is another one of those security doors with, or security barriers with a red light between it, signifying it needs that maximum security keystone.
Okay.
I'd like to see it, or I'd like to keep an ear on those automaton sounds to make sure none of them are coming this way.
Okay. With your previous perception check, one or multiple are absolutely coming this direction down the hallway.
Down the hallway, like where the yellow barrier was?
Yeah, like from the northern area of the prison down this direction.
Right, but I know that they have to come down this way to go out through the...
Yeah. So either they're after us or they're heading upstairs to the dragon entrance.
Can I hold the little rat finger up to my nose like this?
Can you just not be a rat?
Can I just be like, shh? No, I'm gonna stay a rat until I need to not be a rat anymore.
See.
Because
Are
it's
the two
easier
of
to hide,
you?
easier to squeeze into places if I need to.
Did the two of you want to be in the
Yeah, someone's
generator
gonna
room?
have to
down?
move me because
Yeah, I need some help too.
Okay.
just need to follow the group, please.
Then
We're sticking together.
Okay.
the last thing I will say is, as you're kind of ducking around that corner, you do.
Close the door behind us very, very quietly.
Yeah. As you're closing the door, that sound of like marching automaton boots gets closer and closer and closer. And as you close the door, you can see they basically come down to the end of that hallway and kind of stop in front of the yellow barrier that you just passed through, and then turn around and march back the other way. They're
I see.
patrolling.
Okay.
Okay.
Alright. Prison electricity, and he's just like pointing around. Prison electricity has components. I think the anti-magic is due.
Okay.
And as you look through the red barrier, because they are kind of transparent, you see basically a full room that's, I want to say, like 20 feet by 20 feet. It's a square room. And it is just carved, the entire room, floors, walls, ceiling, with these sigils that are pulsing now.
In that room?
Mm-hmm.
I see. Okay.
I didn't really have anything as far as assets to represent that, so it's like a weird arcane
Yeah.
sigil thing there, but imagine the entire room is just carved floor, ceiling, walls with these giant runes that are pulsing with energy.
Well, that's probably more Elwyn's thing, and then I can focus on the machinery.
Okay. I'll take a look at through the barrier.
I mean, we can open the thing first.
Yeah.
I don't know if
See
we
if we
want
go
to
in there.
go in there.
Are we gonna have to interact with it?
Okay. Once the door behind us is closed, I will turn back into myself.
Your self wing?
Myself.
Oh my gosh.
And yeah. To enter the room, do we need to like tread on these sigils?
You will, yeah. Because
So-
they basically cover the entire floor, each wall, and then the ceiling.
So I guess I can look at
You
them.
can try and step between them if you want, but it'll be a tough thing to do.
Yeah, I might just try to check them through the door first.
Okay.
See if I recognize any of them.
Just make a Arcana check then.
Do you wanna stay in rat form until you're in the room? Because it might be easier to weave through the rooms.
Yeah, I thought about that. I guess my eyesight's not going to really change either way.
And these runes are glowing enough to produce a dim light within that room.
Oh.
Yeah.
Superior darkness.
Yeah, I know.
Then
Know
yeah,
who I am.
maybe I will stay in rat form then. Retcon, going back to my cell phone. Yeah, that was crap. That was only a 10.
Okay.
Wait, no, that was less because that was Arcana, not Perception. So 6.
Yeah, looking in here, you know a thing or two about giant runes because they were used in Alvaria, but your knowledge is a little bit more high level, and this is nitty-gritty, arcane craftsmanship. The one thing I will say that you notice is that these are old. Whatever this room is, it was made probably long before this was actually a prison.
So I do have,
Or at least long before this was the Empire's prison,
right,
I'll say.
I do have Detect Magic prepared. So that is a thing I could do to at least tell me what school of magic these runes are from. I doubt we have 10 minutes for me to cast it ritualistically. So if we think that's information that we would want to have. Or we can just throw something in there and test it.
Maybe.
I also have Dispel Magic.
Yeah. Do you think we want to give Vert a shot at doing this? Because this seems like wizardy artificer type thing.
I mean, contrary to your initial idea of Elwyn doing this and Bert doing the machines can easily be smashed with brute force.
Yeah, like Amorous is smart enough to shut down the machine, probably. I don't think it could.
Oh, I was just gonna like do a quick check and I can point back, break that.
Okay.
If that's what, unless you want me to.
I
Actually
don't even think
tinker
you need
with
to make a check for that because you have the.
No, in the room.
Oh, so let me elaborate. So, for the power generator,
Uh-huh.
I could either point at something like that's the weak point that's breakable by one of us, do that, or I could actually just tinker with it and just disable it. But if you want me to give a shot with the rune thing, then I'll just point out the thing that can be broken by embers, and then I'll go
Okay.
and do another check with Elwyn.
And that's the part I'm saying I don't think you'd have to make a check to do.
Okay,
because
got it. Yep.
you know machines. So
Sounds good. Okay, so then I
you
point
can
out
definitely point out the weak
I point
points
out a
of
critical
machine.
component that I know that embers can take care of,
Okay.
and say that one. And then, so for the patches, what is Nather's Mischief? I couldn't find it when I did a search.
Oh, it is a spell from Fizban's Treasury of Dragons?
I'm
is
just
it?
trying to see if that's a tool I could use now or in the near future. So because I'm like, I don't know what it is, so maybe it is, maybe it isn't. I don't know.
Hey, why is it not coming up? Oh, I probably spelled it wrong.
Oh, how's it spelled?
It's Nathair. Nathair.
Yep, there it is.
There you go.
Okay. Oh, I have to download it. Okay.
I don't know that it will be super useful for you in this scenario.
That's fine. I just didn't know what it was. So I'm like, can I use it right now? Can I use it soon? I just want to get that information. Okay, so I'm going to run and do a check on the runes.
Okay. You can take a peek in there and make an Arcana check.
Okay. Can I get help, or is it just...
This is
Yeah.
probably going to be... yeah.
Because that's what I was doing anyway.
Is that okay?
Are you back to yourself one?
Yeah,
Like, if you were a rat, I don't think you could.
I think I'd probably turn back into myself to be able to communicate. Like, I have no idea what these are. I need help.
Okay. That's great. Let me check something real quick. That's 15, but I'm going to look at something first here. Okay, so I know some of these things work. Let me hang on a second. So I was thinking about using Flash of Genius. It doesn't say that it's one of those ones that you can like turn a failure into a success. So is this one of those things I need to apply before I know the result?
I think so, but let me take a look.
Okay, 'cause I feel like a 15 is probably not going to cut it, so I might just bump it up.
Yeah. No harm in that.
Yeah, well, the harm is I only have 4 charges, so...
This is an important one.
Yeah.
Yeah, it might be. Yeah. Important enough that we probably should just do it, huh? I don't think I have any other bonuses I can
Yeah,
apply.
you know, it doesn't say, so I would say you could use it after a success or a fail.
Okay, so does a 15 give me...
So what I will say is a 15 will give you some information, but not necessarily all of it.
Yeah, and without metagaming, I don't want to be like, what would a 19 do?
Yeah.
Right?
15 does want to do that.
Well,
Otherwise, he would
I
have
just
said
want to
it.
know, am I going to waste a resource if I say bump it up to 19?
I'll give you a bit more information.
Yeah, okay, bump it up to 19 then.
Okay. Flash of genius.
Sorry, I don't know if there's a...
I think
way to
it's
do that.
it's fair to ask, will I get
Yeah.
more for spending my resources?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
Fuck me. Stop it.
Always. And
I know.
everywhere.
I know.
Every day.
Yeah.
We make fun of
Seriously.
Melissa, but Zach is way worse.
Yeah.
Dare you?
You look into this room and you see that it's not just one effect being produced by all of these runes. These runes are for a multitude number of different effects, and some of them are like very minor little things, like the heating for the prison, like keeping it from freezing over when it's in these terrible sub-zero temperatures. But others are powering things like the permanent zone of truth at the gate, or the
I see.
magical resistance to the prison's walls. You spot a string of sigils that seems to be reinforcing the locks of the prison. There's some that are projecting those anti-magic fields in the cells. There's one that is clearly pulling things down to the ground in the airspace over the prison, the part that is like exposed to the air. And you spot one that you didn't know about before, which seems to be blocking teleportation in or out of the prison. So there's a variety of things going on.
What would it...
Oh, and sorry, the one other thing you notice is there is one that is creating the blah, blah, blah loud alarm sound, and that one is tied to another set of sigil strings that are like... They seem to be providing some sort of like visual augmentation to someone.
Okay.
Yeah.
To that
Cool.
card.
Cool.
Someone or someone's.
So these sigils on the ground, are they like sidewalk chalk written, or are they like carved into like stone or something, or how are they?
They are carved into the stone and seem to be inlaid with some sort of metal. And then they've got like a glow coming off of them.
Is it the kind of thing that could be disrupted if the rune was broken, or is it the kind of thing that we'd have to dispel using magic? Like if we were able to like
With
break
Vert's
the
check,
line.
you could definitely disrupt them with physical means. I will say it would take fine work, and the more effects you try to disrupt, the harder it's going to be.
You said that there's metal present.
Yep.
Is this considered one object?
No.
It's a bunch of multiple objects. Is each one its own object?
I'd say like if you're thinking like heat metal or something like that, I would give you like a 5-foot cube of
Which would be how many of them?
Well, I mean the room's like 20 by 20, so that'd be like 20 by 20. So that would be
16 if they're all 5 foot, but
I guess it's 25 by 25. So yeah, a 5-foot cube would be like just a small portion of that.
Okay. I wonder if I have. Do we have any like area effect spells that can damage?
That's what I was thinking. So I don't have it prepared, but I do have like well, not shattered, but I have like earth spells that could break apart. What's it called? So we could do I planned for this and switch out one of my prepared spells, but hold on, let me.
Because one of them is probably the magical reinforcement, right? That the Zorn is trying to break through. We need that.
We need that one. We need the anti-magic, I think.
The anti-magic, the teleportation.
In the cells. I don't think we need
that would be really helpful, I think.
Oh, who here can teleport? Apart from
well, we can plan for that. Yeah.
Yeah. Fair.
So, yes. Depending on how much more effort it takes to get through multiple.
20-foot cube.
Pretty substantial, yeah.
And I can basically churn the earth in a 20-foot cube. It says a fountain of churned earth and stone erupts in a 20-foot cube centered on the point I choose.
That sounds destructive enough.
And the ground in that area becomes difficult terrain until cleared.
That sounds real good.
That sounds perfect, actually, yeah.
And that would just disable everything in here, pretty much.
I hope so.
Well, is it a 20-foot by 20-foot room?
I mean,
yeah,
that's what he's saying it's 25 by 25, but
yeah,
if you like off.
I re-looked at it and I think it's 25.
I mean, that's still like the majority of.
We could definitely get the ones we need.
Yes.
So yeah, we can plan for this, and I can swap out something that I have for that.
Okay.
But we'd have to use a plan for that point.
Did you have to use one? Tuppence didn't have to use one, did she?
No.
Okay, so you're down to
I
7.
don't have that one prepared right now.
Thank
But
you, natural 20.
So, Ethan, did that sound like a good solution?
You can try it, for sure.
are we gonna waste a?
So, I guess let me check this one thing then. The magical reinforcement one. If I disable that one first, do we think this has a better success rate?
That will absolutely improve the
Okay,
success
let's
rate.
do that first.
Okay. All right.
Yep.
If when it comes to you can do heat metal. If it helps, I can spend 2 key points to do burning hands.
I also have heat metal, and I do have that one prepared right now. I also have dispel magic prepared, so I don't know if that would be like I can only cast this on one thing at a time, or if you'd let me dispel everything in the room with a dispel magic spell.
I have that too if I could ever get to
I mean, I have it prepared already, so we wouldn't have to waste it prepared for this, or planning for this point for that. And it's the same level as the Erupting Earth spell.
Yeah.
I feel like that would be like the dispel would be a sigil by sigil thing.
Yeah, I think
dispel magic.
Do better.
I would give it. I would say basically one of the effects you could target.
Yeah.
Okay, hang on a second, guys.
Okay.
Alright. I have in my possession firecrackers from the Cobalt Caves.
Yes, you do.
Are those powerful enough to break through one sigil?
We can try.
Yeah.
And like, what else are we
Probably.
gonna use firecracker?
But again, this will be more successful if you get rid of the one that's protecting
wanna
like the walls and
Yeah.
floors.
Yes.
We want that one.
That's the one. Okay, so it's a pretty big string of firecrackers too, so maybe we save that for the rest of them that we don't get with the 20-foot thing.
Yeah.
So out of all the options, we have to get rid of that one first.
Yeah.
And are you planning to just physically disrupt that one?
Yeah, because it's firecrackers. I mean, like
Well,
this is our
they're
least. This is our least useful resource. So let's see if it can get us what we want.
That's true.
Okay, so I will put the firecrackers. I'll stuff them into the. Do I need to use the whole thing? It's a pound of firecrackers.
You're gonna have to
I
use
guess?
the whole pound
Okay,
of
that's fine, that's
firecrackers.
fine. So yeah, just get it in there,
What does even
kind
happen?
of get it down, and then set it off.
Okay. You light the fuse, and you can see it burning down towards the firecrackers. You get back out. The red barrier comes back up just in time for these things to start. Boom, 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 boom. Just these loud noises, and that's the moment when you realize we didn't account for the noise.
I did actually think about the noise.
I thought of it too, and I thought erupting earth is gonna be worse. So
Yeah, either way,
You've definitely just announced your presence here,
Yeah,
but
fine.
it looks like it's destroyed that
Okay.
set of sigils that is
So-
protecting the ground.
So
and
now I
walls.
can just cast the spell.
Yes.
I mean, the spell was gonna fuck up the ground
Yeah,
anyway.
yeah.
But okay, so we're gonna do the Erupting Earth thing. So
let me just do one thing real quick.
let me adjust which spells I have.
While all this is happening, I think Embers is like messing with the acid vents.
Okay.
And trying to disrupt this.
did Embers already break the power one too?
I'm saving that one for last.
Oh,
For
okay.
reasons.
Okay.
What do you want to do? Just like stop the flow to the canals? Okay. Roll. I guess it'd be just an intelligence check for you.
Okay. I ain't very, but my intelligence is not bad.
You have inspiration too.
I do have
Want to
inspiration.
use it?
We'll see if I need it. Let's see. An 11?
It's actually not that hard. There
Okay.
are like very clear flow valves in here that you can just pretty much turn to stop the flow
Okay.
if you want to.
Yeah, I'll do that. And then I'll move on to breaking the power generator.
Okay. For the power generator, can you make me... Just roll me like a series of your regular attacks that you'd make for a turn.
Okay. I guess I'll just do 3 since that's normally how many I can do in a round.
Okay, just disabling all of these, or as many of these boards
Yeah,
as possible.
sure. Well,
Yeah.
well, as
Care.
long as we
More the better.
hit the group that we want and we don't leave any that shouldn't be left up, then we're okay. Goodbye, firecrackers.
Let's see. I
They
got
served you well.
They did.
They did a thing.
I got a 13, a 17, and a 26.
17 and 26. Okay. And how much damage would 2 of those do?
Let's find out.
You get to reroll the one.
Not different character.
Oh, that's right.
16.
Okay, yeah. With Bert's help kind of picking out the weak points, you managed to go in there and basically just channel all of your fury and tear the machine, at least the critical parts of it, apart. And the lights go out in this room and presumably in the rest of the prison.
Okay. Alright, Ellen, do your thing, because we gotta go.
So
All right.
I was thinking
Mm-hmm.
if there's a way I could have casted like Magic Mouth up in the upstairs thing, when we start disrupting things, I'd be like, "The Luminous Crusader has come!"
That would be a
Do you want to spell spend a point to do it?
How many do we have left?
7.
7.
But I also, no, it's okay. I was like,
It's silly, but
It is silly.
that would be a point.
yeah, no, it's okay. We can save our point.
Okay, then, basically as soon as the dynamite's done, and we hear how loud it was, I, like, roll up my sleeves. I'm like, okay, get that gate open. We're going.
Are one of the sigils also all the doors?
No, those seem to be separate. The barrier doors
Yes.
seem to be separate.
All right, go ahead.
How we do our thing.
And then I cast my spell. I wave my staff, and grab, like, as if I'm grabbing something and lifting something really heavy,
Mm-hmm.
clawing the air, and then all of the stone and metal just starts rising and turning and getting all jagged and crazy. So if there's anything in there, it takes 3d12 bludgeoning damage.
Do you want to roll that for me?
Sure.
And then based on that, we'll
Okay.
just see how much you destroy.
I think I just rolled it in D&D Beyond. No, we're not taking that number. 3d12. Checking the thing. Yeah, it says a creature takes 3d12 bludgeoning damage. It's a dex save.
Well, there's no creature.
Yeah, so I can still roll the damage,
Yes, please do.
because that's fun. Let's see. 1,
A sigil creature.
2, 12. Then metal.
Not a single creature.
That's
So that is 15?
15? Okay.
Mm-hmm. Bludgeoning damage. One better than what I rolled on D&D Beyond.
Okay. So with that, I will say... Where's my list of magical effects? Prison details. There we go. I will say that you can disrupt...
I mean, it does say that the floor in a 20-foot cube,
Mhm.
so I'll just fuck now. Doesn't say anything about the walls, so.
So I will give you 3 of the effects that you can disrupt. 3 magical effects.
We got the walls already. You want to teleport, right?
Teleport,
Teleport would be great.
Anti-magic.
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 Is anti-magic, that's only in the cells though, right?
We're going to a very high security cell, and I want
Okay.
magic to work well.
Yeah,
That's
take
true.
anti-magic off, and then do we want the anti-flying one, or what was the third one?
Anti-flying is only above the prison, so
Mhm.
we don't really care
We don't
about
care
that.
about that one, because once Tuppy gets downstairs,
We
she'll
don't
be able to
worry
do it.
about the magic. The
Oh, that
true-
guard. The seeing.
Oh yeah,
Yes.
the
The
augmented
clairvoyance
Yeah.
thing?
visual
Yes.
augmentation.
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay.
Are those 3?
So we have 4 total then. We have the floor reinforcement, the anti-magic, the,
Yeah, you took care of the floor reinforcement, and then
Yeah.
Kay's spell got another
Yeah.
3.
okay,
So 4 is the number we want.
yes, okay. That works.
Great. Yeah, the floor churns and erupts as Elwyn kind of channels her druidic power into
Yeah.
the stone and just all your hard work, training with earth spells and things like that.
Like, that's my girl.
It pays off as you watch the metal from within these runes just basically go flying all over the place.
Lady Talk would be so proud.
Yeah. I was thinking today I wanted an earthbender.
Yeah, and then the lights in here are powered off, and you can hear the whirring sounds of constructs rushing in your direction
Yeah.
based on the firecracker sound, and we are going to cut back
Hammers.
to Tuppence.
Move toward the door.
Tuppence, as you make your way back from you were looking at the warden's office, and you make your way back to the dragon's chamber.
Actually, I changed my mind.
Oh, did you?
I wanted to go through the warden's office because can I do that?
Yeah.
Because they can't see me. I'm invisible, right?
Mhm.
So when I'll get close to them and I will sprinkle pixie dust on them so they start rising and we sneak past them.
Oh, I see. Okay. All right. Yeah, they start rising up into the air, and they just go, oh, it's the World Crusader! And they are shouting that, and as they shout that, and you and Adrix go to, like, dart underneath them, the door into the office opens, and you can see inside there. To go double check who all is in there. Directly on the other side of the door, there are two more guards who they open the door and they're now standing in the doorway on the other side of the threshold and kind of looking out and looking for you. And past them, you can see a figure kind of sat up against the wall of the room. But she is bound in those iron bands and looks quite frostbitten. Captain Ethra Greymantle is kind of sitting in the room. She's got a big blanket over her. And she looks in your direction, and you think maybe she sees you as well. And then the lights in the prison go out. Do you want to try and push past the two guards who are on the inside of the threshold?
The lights
So
just
the
went
two on
out.
the outside are floating up, but the two on the inside are still kind of blocking your way.
Okay. So, I keep forgetting his name.
Ethra
the captain.
Greymantle?
I'm gonna tell him. Hold on.
Yeah.
Hold on to me. Hold on to me. Don't lose me.
Oh, you mean Adrix?
Adrix. Yeah.
Okay.
Adrix.
Not Ethra. Ethra's the captain.
Yeah.
Adrix. Okay.
Adrix. Hold on to me. Don't lose me.
Okay.
This is gonna get tight. But they're still tiny, right?
Adrix is small.
Or small.
Yep.
Small like me. So I'm gonna try to make my way through
Okay.
those two.
Between legs and stuff.
Yeah, make an acrobatics check, and I will make one for
Oh
Adrix.
my god.
You can make it at make it at advantage because you're invisible. I'll give you advantage on this.
Use that orange one.
And you said acrobatics?
Mm-hmm.
Don't use the orange one.
Oh, don't use the orange one now.
Oh.
I want it.
Yeah, that
24.
one was a good one.
Oh, okay.
Tuppence slips through between legs, but Adrix is a little bit bigger, and Adrix bumps against the two guards, who go stumbling backwards, and so Adrix gets in. But Captain Ethra looks in your direction and basically calls out to the guards who are there. She's there! I can see her! And there's another one with her, a prisoner!
She can't point.
Well, she can't point. I'm pointing. Ethan's pointing, but you're right, she can't. But she's like nodding her
The
head in
lights
your
are out
direction.
though now.
Lights are
Dwarves, I think, have dark vision, so she can at least see.
And I thought that we got rid of the augmented vision.
Alright.
That happened right after the lights went out. So I think she got like one more round.
That or it was feeding it to somebody else.
Oh yeah, possibly.
Maybe
Were there
feeding it to
multiple?
Arias. If it's like
The lights were first, if I'm remembering correctly,
Yes.
right? Which is that's right.
Yeah.
She had like one more
Yeah,
round, but
yeah.
then she loses it.
Yeah.
I'm just double checking dwarves have dark vision. I thought they did, but
They
I'm gonna
do.
check. Yes, they do. Okay.
Yeah.
Phew. Not crazy. Yeah, and so then the lights go out. You think that you've slipped past, but you've been noticed. What do
Okay.
you want to do?
So I'll stick my tongue out at her and we'll try to race through.
Okay, you race across the room to where you know the elevator is hidden.
Yeah.
She's
Um,
still in chains.
Yeah.
Yep.
What's she gonna
That
do?
lasts for 24 hours.
Tuppence, make an investigation check. You know that the dwarf who was in here before, who you presume is Arias Greymantle, did something at his desk to open the door, but you don't know what. So you need to do a quick rifle through his desk.
Okay.
Come on, Pippi.
12.
You're pulling out drawers. You're throwing papers and ledgers. There's probably a secret switch or something here, but you can't find it. Adrix will take a quick look.
we get Anderson's first.
Adrix didn't need it.
Ooh.
Adrix has a +11 to investigation.
Oh my god!
Adjective still.
This is like the one thing Adrix is useful for.
We gotta get in the elevator. Hurry.
Adrix basically like sticks their head underneath the desk and kind of looks up, and basically you can't quite see what Adrix does, but he does like kind of a twisting and a pulling motion, and you hear a thunk, And then a stone door opens in the back, and Captain Ethra is just shouting, "They're right there! They're right there!" And then you feel like a slight pulse of magic, or rather a dissipating of magic, and then she goes, "Wait, no, I've lost them! I can't see them! Where are they?"
Yes.
Yay!
And you make your way into the elevator, and the door closes behind you, and it begins to move downward.
I gotta say, this session is going way better than it has any right to.
It certainly is.
I mean, 2 natural 20s in a row just kind of set the tone for the night.
Can you move the camera up to the far right corner,
Yes.
as I'm going to bring in Tuppence?
Well, sure. Oops, sorry.
Thank you, Adrix. That was amazing.
Alright, I'm gonna start going over here.
I keep wanting to call him Uther for some reason.
Oh
I don't
no.
know. I
Oh,
don't know.
that's just the opposite.
Tuppence, the elevator door opens up, and you find yourself face to face with Arias Greymantle himself, the kind of grizzled and scarred dwarf with the heavy plate mail and the polar bear fur cape with like the head of the polar bear attached to it, and a group of 4 guards, and they turn to face the elevator, and it doesn't look like they can see you, but they instantly rush to take up positions in front of all of the doors and exits.
So is it light in there or dark?
There are candles in the
Okay.
corner lighting this room. And Arias says, I'm going to change the music now. Arias kind of faces the elevator door and kind of strides forward a little bit and says, I don't know who's standing there and what you think you're doing, but nobody breaks out of my prison. Let me be clear. You're going to want to choose your next steps very carefully. Tread poorly, and your life is forfeit. And he pulls, let me double check what weapon this guy has. Major characters. It's Greymantle.
Pulls out some chopsticks.
Sticking out my tongue at him too, but
He pulls from a sheath a silvery greatsword that gleams with magic, carved all up and down the blade with these runes that radiate cold, frosty energy. And in his other hand, he begins kind of swirling around what you recognize to be more of those bands that Embers used to chain up the captain. What do you want to do?
okay. I'm going to, quietly as possible, pull Adrix with me and just go hide in a corner till things cool down.
Alright, roll a stealth check. At advantage, because of invisibility.
Let's try these two. Okay, so 17. Adrix, come on.
You and Adrix try and duck over into this corner here, kind of away from everyone else. You get about halfway across the room when Adrix trips over the bearskin rug on the floor, not used to treading around invisibly.
Wait a minute. But could we fly now?
Maybe you can.
But I can help him. I can help him fly.
This is true.
That would have been better.
Unfortunately, because he already had advantage, it would have
Okay.
just changed my narration
Yeah.
of
All
how
right,
he gets
okay.
hurt.
He's still
All right.
Well,
And Arias Greymantle instantly turns his head in that direction, and he says, he basically signals one of the other guards to go stand in front of the elevator now that you've vacated it, and he says, "Now I know you're there. I think it's time you started talking." And he starts striding over towards you slowly. His great sword kind of out in front of him and testing the air.
Okay.
Does Tuppy have Dimension Door still? His teleportation magic is on.
Teleportation magic is on. Cool. So
And Ajax is small now, so you can take one.
Exactly.
oh, I can use it now. Yes,
And
we're
you know
out
the,
there.
And you know the link.
it'll break your invisibility, but
But it's worth it.
they already know you're here.
Yeah, that's what I was gonna say. Which I was trying to think. Okay, what can they know I'm here?
Mhm.
What can I do that has the most bang for the buck? That's where my mind went. Okay, so
Sorry,
Dimension
I
Door
didn't wanna,
has.
Yeah.
You have 500
But-
feet.
It's
Probably.
And you know the layout down here, so you can basically tell me where down here you want to go, and you can go there.
Yeah, to
Like in front of the door that you know where we're going.
Yeah.
Even.
exactly.
Can you make it that far?
5 to 10 feet is which.
Yeah.
Tuppence, you appear just briefly as you activate your teleportation magic and lurch out of this room away from this
Put
confrontation.
my tongue out.
You want to stick your tongue out? You just hear in the brief moment before you leave, you hear a howl of rage and fury. But then you are gone and you are elsewhere in the prison.
Yes.
This,
Thank you.
this is
Why we did the teleportation.
I know.
Something else.
And you find yourself looking down a hallway where there are two constructs marching quickly towards the yellow barrier.
It never ends.
And let's all roll initiative at
that
this
sounds
point.
good.
Okay.
Yep. Atrix, or not Atrix, Arias Greymantle. Very angry.
I'm just a little
Where did
pixie.
she end
My
up?
birthday.
I put her in front of the red door to the bone chamber, which is a little bit north from where you guys are.
Oh, I see. Alright, so everything's about.
Okay, I need to get up the proper counter for this.
Initiative. Here, Claire, do you want to roll this for me? You roll it for me?
The sound is not
Yeah,
really
roll
good.
it.
But
That's really good.
I'm going to manually add Arias
That
Greymantle to this
19.
initiative,
Yeah.
just in case.
so
Thank you.
can I send? Can I use sending
Thank you.
to let them know I'm here?
Just a second. When we get to your turn.
We're in initiative, so
Oh,
we may not want to clear it yet.
Okay.
Oops.
Oh,
I'm just adding Arias to the initiative just in case.
That's too far away.
Okay. And then I will auto roll initiative for everyone else. How did Embers do?
21.
21. And Elwyn?
Same. 21.
And Tuppence?
11.
And Vert?
18.
Nice.
We got really good.
Okay. For some reason it always puts Elwyn first. When you
Is it
tie.
alphabetical?
It must be.
Yeah.
So Elwyn or Embers, one of you can go first.
Sure.
Go ahead.
I will. Embers will come out into the hall.
Yeah, you can hear, now that you're out here, you can definitely hear what Elwyn was talking about. There's the sound of like whirring footsteps as these constructs are marching down the hall towards you.
Mm-hmm.
Ethan, can you show the token?
Oh yeah, for the constructs. Good call.
Just a reminder. Yeah,
Oh
that's
yeah.
I can't see anything from here, right?
No, they seem to be around the corner from where you're at.
It's 1, 2.
Actually, we could do my Baldur's Gate tactic. We can cast Spike Growth outside the door in that area. Make them walk through it to get to us.
They're not zombies though.
I know.
But yeah, it's funny.
And just keep pushing them back out into it.
Yeah.
Make him walk through.
Keep trying. Mm-hmm.
Do you want to do that? Because if not, I'm gonna walk forward a little bit.
If we don't think it's going to make much difference, I don't need to do that. It was just an idea.
It looks like this hallway is only like 5 feet wide,
Yes.
so I could effectively block it.
That's fine too.
Yeah.
What do you want to do?
So I'm going to come up to where I can see them, which is like, I don't know, here maybe?
Yep.
Okay. I'm gonna throw a test radiant bolt at them, see if they can get through the yellow door.
The bolt splashes against the wall of force and
Okay.
it seems harmless.
Okay. Then I'm going to spend the key point to dodge.
Okay. Then it is Elwyn.
Okay. Well, the one time I don't have Ice Knife prepared. It's the one time I could use it. Of course. Let's see. Are these medium-sized creatures?
They do seem medium-sized, yes.
Do you want to be big?
Love it.
You want to be big? Yeah, I can cast Enlarge on you.
Do you want to spend spell slot?
I mean, I didn't prepare a lot of, like, super,
Okay.
like, damagey stuff. At least nothing that would do any good right now. So, I can... Yeah, I can buff you up if you're going to be our
Okay, let's do
wall. So, okay, then I will...
Now I'm a little bit squished in this hallway.
Oh, I was
I-
about to say, I have to look up the rules for squeezing if you do this.
Oh, is it going to be a problem?
She could leave the area and then be fine, but she will be a little bit in close quarters if she's big here.
I could not do that, too.
What are the rules for squeezing?
I'm not sure. I've never needed them.
What's going to take action economy wise for opening the door with the keystone things?
You could do that as part of another action. You could tap your keystone as part of another
Because
action.
can I just, if you're there, can I just hand my keystone to you and you and Embers can open the door? Can you make it there?
Oh. How far am I from?
So I
Well,
already
if it's a
moved.
5-foot hallway, I can't get past Embers.
Well,
You wouldn't have to tap
Yeah.
the thing.
Yeah.
I've already moved you 10 feet, basically, though.
Me?
Yeah.
Oh, I see.
Oh yeah, I have disadvantage on attack rolls if I was squeezing,
Okay.
so let's not do that.
So let's not do that. And I don't really have to get to you anyway. So her bolt splashed against the door, but would I know, could I cast something that originates on the other side of the door, like a spike growth?
Maybe?
Would I know?
I don't think you'd know.
Okay.
You could try.
Well, if anything, I can go hand the stone to Ember so that she'd be able to open the door herself. Because I can get up pretty much right to her.
Mhm.
And then I can hold an action to cast Frost Fingers, I guess, when Embers is out of the way.
Okay.
Okay.
And I'll say that. I'll say, here's the keystone. If you can get through, get out of the way, because I'm going to blast him.
Understood.
Something then happens elsewhere on the floor, which I need to go take care of real quick.
You know that Royce is
It might be the
in the
Zorn
initiative.
doing a thing too.
I hope
I
so.
think it's for Jazzy.
Oh, I see.
It's definitely jazzy.
Uh-huh.
Okay. I will say you do think you can hear the sounds of like rock and stone being churned through elsewhere in the prison. So you think the Zorn is
It's
getting about its work now.
Mm-hmm.
Vert.
Okay, I will move about, 15 feet into the hallway.
Mm-hmm.
I'll use my bonus action to... I'm wearing the Infiltrator armor, so I'm going to give everyone 10 HP, the 3 of us. And with the Infiltrator armor equipped, you guys get 15 feet more movement.
Yeah.
You get the 15 temp HP. You get bonus to...
Hey, I heard that toy.
You get a +3 bonus to Dexterity, Stealth, Dexterity Acrobatics, and Dexterity Saving Throws.
Excellent.
Okay?
And the winds of the wind nexus begin to swirl around you.
And then just add my temp HP before I forget. Yes, I'll
Get an extra movement, a whole bunch of other stuff.
bunch of other stuff. I'll remember and remind you. Okay, so with my extra movement, I can get up to the door too, and I guess I can open it. Unless you took the key. Does Embers have both of them, or
Well, no, I've
I
already
assumed
moved
you
you.
gave me the key and I gave it to her, so she's got both of them.
I was okay? Sure.
And I've already moved you 20 feet, so you've got 10 more, basically.
I have
Oh, but you have extra movement.
25 more.
Yeah.
Jeez.
I mean, can I just grab the key stones from Embers and open the door?
Yeah.
If you want, yeah.
Okay, so I open the door,
Okay.
and
Yeah,
then
it's open for 6
okay,
seconds.
let me ask a question. Yeah, it's open for 1 round. That's fine. And
I was
then
confirming it was not.
what does it take to make a pit?
I think it would be an action to place
Does it just?
It probably says what it takes to...
I don't. I was asking because I don't have. All I have is your piece of paper that you write on.
Oh.
Because I don't.
Okay,
think
we
you-
can remedy that later.
Yeah, like when you make that item, do you have to like give me patches? I don't really know how it works. If they're special, right? So I didn't actually.
I can figure it out for you later.
Okay, that's fine.
So to place a pit...
Because I want to put a pit so these guys fall inside.
Yeah.
If that's possible.
You use
If
an
I can
action
get
to
there.
detach one of the patches, causing it to become an object or creature. So it's an action to use it, basically.
Okay, I still have an action, so I'm gonna place a pit so these robots fall into it.
Okay, where do you want to place it? Just like...
To where
Right
both of
on the
them.
side of the
Yeah,
door.
the 10-foot area where they're standing.
Oh, I see.
So I basically
Okay,
sidle up
rocket
right next to them
boosters.
and then place it down and have them fall inside of it.
Okay. Roll a d6 for me, would you?
Sure.
As they fall down 10 feet.
2.
They'll each take, let me make sure.
Could
they
we
don't
have
have-
planned for this? And
Yeah.
my held action was all just to cover the top of the ice. 10 feet, right?
Sure.
To lock them in instead of holding a crossed fingers action.
Oh, yeah. That's a good call. I like that.
You can swap your held action for a point if you want.
Is that worth spending the point?
What does it do?
I can create an ice object to basically just close the top of the pit if we want to trap them in there. So they can't climb out.
Yeah, sure. Why not?
Unless you think they can't climb out anyway.
I don't know if they can or can't. Yeah, it's probably worth trying.
Yeah.
Then
I think it'll at least hold them a little while longer.
And it'll give us all.
it'll give us a chance to get Tuppy through the barrier.
We're leaving. We want to go to Tuppy.
Yeah.
Oh, do we?
Yeah, Tuppy's
Oh, I
Tuppy's
thought
at
this is
where,
downward.
No, Tuppy's
Oh,
at
I see.
where we're trying to go.
Yeah, so do you want to spend a point and we'll do that and we'll just get the fuck out of Dodge?
Yes, we should leave. Yeah,
Yes,
that's a good
okay.
idea.
So we'll spend a point and I will instead use my held action to create nice objects that just cover the top of that
Okay.
pit
Now-
with as thick of ice as I can get away with my.
Did I write
Yeah.
on your stats for the ice if it has like AC and hit points?
I don't think you did.
Okay, wait. Before we
Because
do
we
that,
did this to cover the portal last season.
so before that happens, wild magic goes off.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, for the pit.
Yeah,
Oh,
that one
inside.
has a star on it.
Okay. Roll
So
me
let's-
roll me some
Oh
percentile
wait, do
dice.
I get to pick what happens, or is this something we get to pick?
Let's just roll
Or
it.
do we just roll the last one?
Rolling.
Yep.
3.
3.
You roll percentile dice to get 3.
Yes.
Jeez.
I thought it was gonna be 100, and I was like, yes, but it's
Oh
not.
my gosh.
Uh-oh.
No, this is amazing.
Oh.
I love wild magic. All right, hit me with
This
it.
is amazing. Okay, so I'm gonna kind of alter what the effect is because it's just too perfect.
Okay.
You throw down the pit,
Yeah.
and Elwyn begins to ice over it. But as you're icing over it, what you can see is the pit that you threw down isn't like a pit of stone. It's a pit of metal, and as the ice begins to go over it, you can hear like the metal begins to thrum a little bit with magnetic energy, and they latch to the ground and are magnetized there.
not what happened. Wait.
Yeah. No, you emit a brief magnetic pulse in a 20-foot radius was the effect
Oh
as
my
it's described.
gosh,
So
that's
I'm
incredible.
altering that a bit from the actual effect, and that's what happened.
That's so good.
Because
yeah.
it's all magnetic, and I'm like, that's too perfect.
Yeah, so the ice
Perfect.
doesn't
Like your
have...
own natural 20.
Pretty much.
Don't need to worry about it because I was gonna have them try and break out with physical force, but now that they're magnetized
Yeah,
there,
well, and
they're
that's the other
neutralized
thing.
for
So
now.
I'm reading this, and it says it needs to be within 5 feet of me, and I would not have been able to
Yeah.
get to it. So we won't spend a point. Sorry
Okay.
to retcon, Mom, with your note taking. We won't need to spend a point on it. I'll
Okay.
just do it as we go by, or maybe there's
Okay,
So we'll get our
whatever.
point back. We'll have 7 again or something, and then
And then on my next turn, as I run
Yeah,
past,
that's
I'll
fine.
just cover it, and then we can run over the top of it.
yeah.
Um,
Okay, that sounds good. Yep.
Anything else for your turn?
No, I think I've done plenty.
And it lasts until it melts or until I create a new ice object.
And it's a frozen environment, so.
We've gotten rid of the heating. We did get rid of the heating.
I did not.
Their turn does come around, and they're locked down there. The one thing they could do, I'm going to say they can't do because of the magnetic energy. So yeah, they seem to be locked kind of pretty much solidly in place for the moment. The one thing that I was going to say they could do is they've got those iron bands on them, and they could have thrown those.
No,
But
they would.
Iron-
You could
yeah.
describe that happening though.
yeah, they try to like lift these iron bands and like hurl them at you, but they lift up into the air for a brief moment and then zip back down and attach to the magnetic pit.
Thank you, Harmony.
Yeah.
Tuppence, what do you want to do?
So are there any other threats around me?
No, but you've seen your friends rush, or at least you've seen Vert rush around a corner and basically like throw a patch on the ground that bloomed into a pit, and these constructs dropped down into it and now seem neutralized.
Okay, so and go, woohoo! Get you!
Way back.
Like we're on our way up there.
We're
Hold an
gonna-
action to cast Bane if any other threats appear.
Okay. We can kind of drop out of initiative for now, as I assume the group of you are just going to
Yeah.
do that ice thing and then rush past.
Yep.
You can hear a sound from over elsewhere in the lower area of the prison. You hear a terrible roaring sound.
So fun.
The sound of Ignis discovering something happening in her treasure
Oh
hoard.
yes.
Yeah.
You guys can't
Yes.
see it, but I'm going to go ahead and put the Zorn token and Ignis' token there.
Oh my god. I love it when a plan comes together.
And I will be thinking about that happening in the background. Uh,
All kinds of chaos.
All right. We got the stones. We're at the place. Let's do this.
so you place the stones on the crystal pads, and the red force field slides out of the way, allowing you access to the Chamber of Bones.
Do we want to be stealthy about this?
Oh my gosh, I didn't have the map going. I'm sorry, viewers.
The
Oh,
whole
this entire time?
Oh, well, it's
Oh,
not
just
like
for
there
this
was
last
much to
bit.
see, but-
Sorry,
That's okay.
there's a pit down there. Oh, we can't see it anymore. But there was a pit down there. You have to believe me.
Sorry. Theater of the mind is great.
Do we want to be stealthy about this, or should we just run in there?
Let's just run in
I
there.
have an extra pass it on the crate.
Stealth on the way out.
Yeah, stealth on the way.
Alright, let's go. Is it locked, this door?
Yeah, I can't really tell what we're looking at here.
Yeah, so as you kind of round the corner, you see what Ember saw kind of the edge of when she looked in here last time. There is a large, like 15-foot wide, 20-foot tall, heavy wooden door here. And the arch of the door, these stone blocks that kind of form the arch around it, like the floors and the walls in here, seem to have bones kind of woven into the stone itself. And as you look at these bones, it becomes very clear to you that these are larger than any humanoid creature, and also have non-humanoid form. They are dragon bones, most certainly.
Oops.
Okay.
And then the door... Oops, this song went really hard.
It's okay. Good.
The door that you're standing in front of has a symbol. I think I described it earlier as a raised fist with a hammer in it. The symbol of the Greymantle clan, and it has carved across the top in dwarven runes the motto of the clan, which I need to remember what it is. Strength, order, respect. That's what you see.
I'll test the door, I guess.
It swings open
Oh, great.
as you kind of push. I mean, I wouldn't say swing because it's a heavy push,
Yeah.
and the door kind of, it squeaks and creaks and takes some effort, but you manage to open it.
I give Bert's hand a squeeze.
I'm like lots of trepidation right now.
Yep. It's alright.
And as you step into the room, there is a small platform at the very edge of the door before it drops away into seemingly bottomless darkness.
Oh boy.
Even it goes beyond the range of Elwyn's superior dark vision. Across the way, maybe 30, 35, 40 feet, you can see another platform at the very edge of the room. And standing on that platform, in a frame made of dragon bones, with a dragon skull cresting the very top of it, is a mirror of dark glass.
Oh shit.
Okay.
Well, Tuppy, I think it's time to put that pixie dust to use.
I mean,
Make us all fly over there.
We don't see anybody else though, right?
The chamber is empty and quiet.
are there any little loose stones anywhere,
Yeah,
like
just
little
throw
tiny
the
rocks?
stones.
Yeah, I want to throw a couple rocks to
Yeah.
see if there's invisible walls or anything.
There's nothing really loose in here. Like the floor is like a smooth marble, like a black marble.
Okay, I
Just
grab
throw it-
I grab a copper.
like a snowball or
I
something.
grab a
Yeah.
copper coin and I throw the coin or two across.
Across the
Yeah,
pit,
just hurl it to where.
As far as you can.
Yeah.
make a strength check.
I'm gonna use my intelligence.
I'm gonna use my intelligence.
It's never not funny.
22.
The rock clatters, or sorry,
Copper coin.
copper coin clatters onto the platform across the way from you, and just kind of slides to the edge of it with a bing, 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 bing.
Okay, then I will. Are you able to cast your?
I can cast fly.
Or just
No,
use
pixie
your
dust.
pixie dust on us.
Okay,
Then you don't have to waste a spell slot.
No, I just don't know what the.
but I'm trying
What
to
the
think if I can.
limitations are. Yeah.
If the little dude, if he's still little, I can
Oh, Matrix.
I can take him with me. But okay, pixie.
Okay,
So what kind of fly speed do we have? Just 30 feet?
I think it's actually 60, but let me double check.
With pixie dust? Shoot! That's so fast.
I thought it was just 30 for pixie dust.
It might just be 30.
Blech.
Oh yeah, flying speed of 30.
Great. How long does that last?
I don't know if I have
For 1 minute.
stats on it.
Okay.
I mean, it's only take a few seconds to get over there, so.
Yeah, so,
Okay, so yeah, fly over there.
right. After you.
Pick up this one.
You find yourself standing in front of this mirror, and it is a massive mirror. This mirror probably extends 10, 12 feet up, and it's about maybe half as wide. And as you're staring into it, it does reflect the group of you, but it almost seems to reflect a space that is not there, a depth that doesn't exist. It's as if you're looking into a different place.
Should I just make magic on it? See if I can pick anything up? Or
Um,
shall we just...
maybe we start with like Arcana checks to see if.
Yeah.
Or so can you use an Arcana check to like inspect and or activate a magical device?
I'd say
Okay.
so.
So yeah. Okay. that's
What's
fine.
your bonus to Arcana?
4.
Oh, then I'll help you.
Okay.
Oh, that's right. I keep forgetting not yet trained in Arcana.
I'm
No.
not. So that's 21. Do I want to bump it up?
No.
Okay.
Okay. Yeah, you inspect this device, and you're looking at this mirror, and there's no way that this mirror is not magical. What sort of magic might be affecting it? That's the sort of thing you would need a detect magic spell to determine. But it is very clear to you, with the intel that you've gathered, that this is somehow the device that is imprisoning your father.
Mm-hmm. Okay. So part of my check, if you'll let me, is I wanted to see if there's a if there's a way I could like activate it, turn it on, or like get it to interface with me.
That's something that I can give you. This mirror, from your expertise with Arcana and magic items, is likely meant to be activated with the command word. That doesn't mean it's the only way you can interact with it,
Yeah.
but that's the intended use.
If I were to dispel the magic on this mirror, would it spit your father out?
Oh man, that's a good idea. I don't know, right? Like,
Or would he be trapped in the other dimension?
I don't know.
I am gonna tap my knuckles against the glass.
Mhm.
Say, hello? Is anyone in there?
Checking something.
Yoo-hoo!
You tap against the mirror, and where you tap, there's a ripple. Just like a small ripple out from your knuckles. But there's no response.
I want to try and make a history check for everything I know about Arias Greymantle.
Okay.
And let's do some inspiration in case it's good by
You
me.
do have your inspiration.
That's a 25. Without inspiration.
You.
Arias Greymantle is the embodiment of a loyal Imperial soldier in some ways. You know that he and his family have served this penitentiary and been its wardens for generations. And the fact that he has, taken on that mantle and been succeeding in that goal of being the warden of this prison and having a near flawless record with it is a matter of pride to him. He is, at least in his own eyes, the pinnacle of Clan Greymantle.
Okay. I guess the first thing I want to try is to say in Dwarven the motto, the family motto.
Ember speaks Dwarven.
Ember's that's Dwarven. So she was able to read the runes above the thing.
Just a moment.
Oh, it was above the door.
Yeah.
Outside.
Okay. And just check this other thing. I'm checking all my notes.
Do we also know which dragon these bones came from? Because that could be a hint too.
Oh, that's an interesting question.
I had on mine now.
Yeah.
Also thinking if I set up a fairy ring circle, would it?
Well, the other thing, if we need more information, I can potentially reach out to one of my deities and ask 3 questions, but they have to answer. But one of those could be if I dispel the magic on this mirror, will that release your father? But it takes a full minute to have this conversation, and I don't know if we have a full minute. But that's
right.
Yeah, that's a possibility. That's what I said. That's a way.
So I'm just trying to remember where I put the information that I need. Ah, there it is. Okay. When you speak the first word in Dwarven, strength, something does happen in the room, but it's not the mirror. A path of arcane energy.
They would have needed a way to get to the mirror, sure, that makes sense.
Extends from the first platform you were on to the platform that you stand on now, connecting the two.
Hey, we found the intended solution.
Yeah, we just wanted
Wow.
And when I say the next 2 words,
You want to keep speaking?
Yeah.
Looking at something. Okay.
One of the words is release, right?
I can't. He said it 5 minutes ago, and I still
I
can't.
know. I don't remember what it
Like
is.
strength, respect.
order.
Strength, order, respect.
Respect.
Okay.
Okay. I need a charisma saving throw from Vertinor, Elwyn, and Tuppence.
Wow, okay.
Oh, shoot.
Ten. That's too bright.
Less than 10, I think.
And Tuppence?
16.
The mirror's surface swirls violently.
Oh my gosh.
And as it does, Elwyn and Vertinor, and Tuppence, all of you feel a pulling sensation.
Oh, no.
Elwyn, you try and hold on. You plant your staff and try and hold your position, but you are
Oh no!
pulled back into the mirror.
Can I use a thing to do a thing?
What thing to do? What thing?
I can't remember what my things do. Hold
Can
on.
we react to this, or is it just it happens?
It happens.
When you would fail a saving throw, you could choose to succeed
Instead,
Using your.
using my Weaver's power with my
Can use
staff.
that.
So it's a once a day thing, but I could use it.
Mhm.
But he's still getting sucked in.
Yes.
Yeah.
I'll let myself get sucked in with him.
Oh, that's love.
I don't want him to be alone in
You
there.
plant your staff, and there's that moment where you feel you could reach for the Weaver's energy and hold yourself in place, but you see Vert being pulled off of his feet and whooshes into the mirror, and you have that moment of serene decision where you choose, no, I'm going with him, and you are pulled back in as well. The mirror's surface ripples again, and Tuppence and Embers, you are now the only 2 standing in front of the mirror.
Awesome.
And that's where we'll end tonight's episode.
Yes!
The 3rd word?
No?
Ah! Okay.
This is more exciting.
So we'll see what happens in 2 weeks.
I mean, that's too good of a cliffhanger.
Adrix, I was going to say, is back on the other side of the divide.
Okay.
Probably
He
did
come
not
with-
fly
yeah.
over.
He's like, you know what? I'm gonna stay here.
So Adrix is out of the 30-foot range of this thing that
Oh,
Embers
geez.
just activated.
Oh my god.
Well, I was right.
At least
In
I
a
got,
bad
That's
way.
one way to find your
at
dad.
least I got reunited with
I know.
somebody, at least one person.
At least you're not alone in there.
Yeah.
It's not to say. Oh, I guess I could have chosen to say.
Do You want to sign us off, or?
Yeah, I'll sign this off.
Okay.
Thank you, everyone who came to watch. Thank you all for playing, and we'll be back with more of this. Not next Monday, but the Monday after, 7 p.m. Pacific time. Hope to see you then. Bye.
Bye.
Bye.